Okay, yeah, see, now it's recording. Yeah, the light doesn't change.
Okay. Yep, this is Sunday review.
Oh, do I do it again? I was appropriate. I didn't do it. Okay, do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is a Sunday review. What movie did we just watch?
The Divine Move, directed by Cho Bum-goo, I believe. So yeah, so what do you guys think of the movie?
Wait, hold on. What else did he direct? Is he famous here yet, or?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially with a movie like that. It felt too over dramatically Asian.
Yeah.
It did to you?
Huh? Yeah, I felt like, oh yeah, that's an Asian cinema kind of type.
Well, that Old Boy was like that.
Oh yeah, exactly. It reminded me similar to Old Boy in that, you know, it's like when they do something, they really do something.
Yeah.
Or you do something small, you really do something crazy regarding that small action.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very Asian thing to do. Is that Asian storytelling thing, or just?
I feel like it's very common in Asian cinema.
I think it's common in manga and anime too.
Yeah. It's it's all influencing each other. But I don't know why, but I think manga and anime, like, there's more because it's visual and often cartoonish. There's more things.
Symbolism.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the guy was dressed in white and the bad guys were dressed in black.
Because of Lego.
Well, that too, but also it's like a symbol between life and death.
Oh, okay.
Like white representing life, obviously, and black representing death.
Yeah, and then there's the go table being carved out of goddesses of just death and destruction, or destruction and fortune. That's
so you think there's a lot of things of life and death throughout the
movie? Well, it's a very common thing in Asian cinema.
Oh,
in general.
okay.
That symbolism.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you like the movie, Eric?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I bring up Kaiji.
What's Kaiji?
Kaiji is a mahjong anime where it's about crazy gambling and doing life and death kind of like mini games to kind of stay alive. Essentially, it's like intense life and death gambling.
What's the life and death?
Well, it doesn't get much life and death gambling than this.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I say.
Like, I think honestly, as a revenge flick, I really enjoyed it.
No, I like the movie a lot, actually.
Yeah. Here's the thing I thought about. I don't know if this is just an Asian thing, but you're gambling over a board game, Life and Death, right?
Yeah.
I thought about what would the American equivalent of this be, and then another thing too to consider is
fucking theory fucks. Yeah, what? Just go.
This is a theory. This is a discussion.
Yeah, let's go on.
The American.
Well, Americans gamble all the time. Over
I know. But here's the thing. This is like, how they bet their lives on it.
Yeah.
They actually carry through. It's like, they like, oh, I'm a man of my word. Whoever wins this game will do exactly as we bet.
Yeah, we have
Sports.
mobs.
Huh?
We have mobsters here that kill people. Oh, what's that?
That's nice. It's fun.
It's sports. Mostly football. It's not a board game, but
I know, but it's like
there's card games.
There's card games
all the time.
Yeah, poker.
That would be a good equivalent. People bet a ton of money.
I know. They bet a ton of money, but like, it's the nature of carrying through on what you bet.
Yeah, it's like money. I don't know how many people are out there killing each other over board.
But that's the thing, like.
Well, also this is a movie, Eric.
You speak as if
I'm talking about like
true story.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about like Asian cinema in general. Like they'll just make a they'll bargain or they'll make a bet just by by their word. So
we do that in American cinema.
I was trying to think about it, but I couldn't think of one. Like not like the more modern recent movies.
What do you mean? Like something similar to this?
A revenge
like
flick?
an American film?
Is it Taken like that? There's a guy.
Really.
No, because they keep backstabbing each other and taking all the time.
Yeah, but they're not really.
It's like if you do this, I'll do that, and then no one does what they're trying to do unless you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of
like the villain's actually carrying through. It's like, oh, you can kill him instead. Like, and he actually does.
See, that's the difference. I mean, American cinema plays upon the struggle between choosing what is right and wrong.
Yeah.
But in Asian cinema, it's a little bit more direct and straightforward. They're doing this with a conviction of what they want to do.
Yeah. So. I think that's a factor in Asian cinema too. There's that whole I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, you have to.
Character.
It's because you have to do. It's because Asian cinema relies on that a lot. You have to do certain things. You have to be you have to have that conviction to follow through with what you do in order to trigger the next set of events to happen.
But I'm just surprised that the villain actually does he waits for the game to be over and shit like that. It's just to see so he can follow through on whatever the hero asks of him.
Well, yeah.
When they were cutting out that Kibiter's tongue, he's the villain. He doesn't have to cut out his tongue. No one's there forcing him to cut out his tongue, but he does it anyways.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Well, there's two reasons to that. It's not because he had no reason or because he told him to do it. Well that's besides the point. But you got to remember, he borrowed or he stole money from him essentially, which is what drove him to do it in the first place.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, you probably missed that part, didn't you?
Oh, the old guy used his money when it was bad.
Yeah.
Player, yeah.
Yeah, because the young guy player didn't.
He lost money.
Yeah, he lost money in the game.
Yep.
So yeah, he was also punishing him too.
Makes more sense.
Kind of his tongue out.
But that's just how revenge flicks usually works. What did you like about it?
What was new to you?
What was new?
There wasn't it was just your people.
Yeah, it was my people. Korean. I mean, as a Korean American, it's just good to see Koreans, on the screen finally.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
In Korean cinema.
In Korean cinema. Well, it's not that different. I don't see that as. Well, that's because I've seen Hellboy. Hellboy. Hellboy's different. Hellboy is not Korean. I've seen damn it, Oldboy and other Korean things. The 10 seconds I watch of Snowpiercer is just as ridiculous. Yeah, so it's nothing new. I mean, and I've seen Asian movies before.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, I know there's differences in Korean cinema, but yeah, it was just like a revenge flick.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool to have it centered around Go. I like the fight scenes a lot.
Yeah.
I like the fight scenes too.
That's usually what most, that's honestly the draw of this movie is probably just that.
What, that's centered around Go?
No, the fight scenes.
Oh, the fight scenes?
Usually, I feel like...
Is that what this movie's famous for right now?
I'm not sure. I haven't really...
Is it famous? Huh? Is it?
Well, how did you hear about it?
Well, that's the thing. I was googling about Go and movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was looking for something a little bit more recent. If I didn't find anything, like I was telling Eric, if I don't find anything, I'll find something a little bit older, maybe like a documentary or something. But apparently, this was the top hit because it came out last year in June
2014 or something.
I want to say because when they're fighting on the stairs. Yeah. I think I just saw that on a list of something of Korean movies. So I think it's making the rounds on those bullshit movie blogs and things like that.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it'll be on Netflix one day.
Maybe.
Could be, yeah. But yeah, it's how do they do in the box office in Korea? Did it just do all right?
I think, considering the star of the movie, he's actually fairly popular.
Yeah. I know I recognized him from some other cinema before.
It's Chung Woo-sung.
I can't recognize names.
And let me see.
I'm not Korean like you guys.
Yeah. Tough life.
Let me see. Grossed about 27.6 million.
And how much to make?
Yeah, it grossed 27.6 million.
That seems like a lot for a movie.
It is a lot for Korea. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
is that in won or dollar?
No, in US dollars.
Oh,
US
wow.
Dollar, yeah.
Because I'm only used to won.
So July 3rd, 2014, that's when it opened.
Well, I mean, overall as a movie, did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you like it?
The thing is, the movie itself is actually, it's like an all-star cast,
Yeah.
Oh, they're all top
that girl
actors?
looked familiar, too.
A lot of, Lee Si-young. Yeah, remember that video I showed you of the MMA fighter that showed up on Running Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was the guest. She was the other guest. Yeah, so, and she's really popular, too. So her... Captain Hook is actually a very famous villainous actor. Surprisingly, he didn't play a villain in this one.
No.
Yeah.
Who was Tattoo Pants?
Tattoo Pants was let me see.
Or Killer.
I don't remember what his name was. Oh, here it is.
He looks like one of those side assistant characters to the main villain.
Yeah, he kind of gave off that vibe, in the beginning of the movie. but surprisingly, he didn't.
Is Psy a comedic actor? That guy? Is he more of a comedian?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's Psy?
Cheater.
Oh yeah, he's a comedic actor.
Okay,
for sure.
Because it seems like he is. Like maybe he's like Jack.
But he's familiar too. Actually.
Yeah, he's never in the starting role because
he's always a supporting character.
Yeah, he usually is. You know, he's kind of like the Kevin Bacon of Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can give him a starting role, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to turn out very well.
Okay. So he's Korean Kevin Bacon. All right.
Yeah, Korean Kevin Bacon.
So was the main guy like what's his name again? What was his nickname?
Big Move.
Big Move.
Or Tezuka.
Yeah.
The sock.
The sock.
Yeah. Suck.
Anyways, Big Move. What about him?
Yeah.
No, is he? So they're all big actors.
Yeah, they're all very famous.
What about the little girl? Is she new?
I think I've seen her somewhere, but I just can't remember.
Wow, the girl is actually a big actor too.
The little girl is Soo Young.
That'd be interesting.
Soo Young.
Soo Young.
I don't know. What was her name?
I don't know.
I don't know. She was just a girl, and she fucking was
like
good at.
And she didn't say much, so she could easily just be any.
Did you find
it was Liang Yang.
Oh yeah, her. I remember her in that show.
Oh, you talking about her movie?
Yeah.
Liang Yang.
Yeah, she's a great actress. She's really who trying to
well, let me see.
You know, part of the movie I don't know. I found it bullshit that this little girl is good at Go, but then again, I don't know anything about Go.
I don't know anything about prodigies.
Prodigies in Go is very rare.
Yeah.
Let me see. There was one who was very famous, but obviously he's lost his title since then.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It was.
I know one moment where just like this is bullshit was the whole flicking thing where he flicks him and he breaks his glasses. Like, get the hell out of here!
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, because I was like doing this, like, can you really?
Oh, here it is. So yeah, his name is Lee Chan Ho. He was a prodigy, but the thing is, he wasn't really a prodigy because it was simply. I think I've told you this because Go, a lot of emphasis is placed on creativity, of seeing patterns and creativity on how to approach. Eric, you would love. I know you would. I'm surprised you don't love this game because it's a game of theories.
What? How was I like affiliated with theories?
Hold on, no wait. We'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
We'll do that later.
Okay.
You've earned that fucking theory title. Okay, I'm gonna try to get us back on track. Overall story first. Basic story. What'd you think of it, Eric? It's basically guy's brother's a fucking gambler, then gets killed because he loses a match and wants to get revenge. Just like
it could be. It's very similar to the American cinema, except the only difference is just how they played it. Like, they play things up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They focus more on the board on the game as well.
Yeah, they really like shoot the board really cool to make Go look cool.
Yeah, yeah. And the plot points revolve around the board game.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't remember what.
If it was an American movie, they would have had at least one.
They would include it, but they wouldn't focus so much on like the actual game. It'd be like oh, he lost, and then now you die kind of thing.
Yeah, because it relies a lot on metaphors.
Yeah. Does American cinema play a lot on metaphors, like the whole life?
Metaphors?
Yeah, like symbolism and
I know Tarantino does that a lot, but that's because he likes all genre of films, and he takes a lot from Asian.
He borrows off from international movies.
Yeah, like when he did the Django. Django. Remember, but the thing is, it was sort of like an excerpt and not really. Well, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I guess it was sort of a metaphor because, remember in the movie, what's his name? Christoph Waltz, his character, Dr. King, tells the story of Brunhilde, and Jamie Foxx's wife is Brunhilde, and he tells the German story of how. The hero walks through a ring of fire to rescue his wife, and then by the end of the movie, that's exactly what Jamie Foxx does. So it's like I said, Tarantino he does that quite often. So
I think more directors do it than you
realize. I do notice a lot of directors do that. Like they'll mention something in the beginning, they'll bookend their films. Like they'll mention something in the beginning, and then they'll have the end character actually pull off something to what was alluded in the beginning.
Yeah, but the thing is, in American cinema, it's approached a little bit differently because you tell them right off the bat, whereas in Asian cinema you sort of have to draw in what you can see from what they show, because it is a visual medium. Sometimes movies that rely on dialogue too much is obviously sometimes too much.
So you think Asian films aren't dialogue heavy?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Not necessarily. There's there's a lot of Miyazaki moments where it's just characters doing something and you're not really sure why. It's because no one's talking or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that happens a lot actually.
Oh.
And then, although conversely, when they were playing the board game, they talked a little bit too much. It was like a very Yu-Gi-Oh moment where before they move, they always have to say some snarky comment.
Snarky comment?
Are you talking about like when they
in this movie? Yeah,
like what part?
Like the old man fighting the killer. He's like, "Why don't you give up, old man? Ha! I'm playing against a blind man." Something. It's like they always had to talk to each other as they made their moves, which it makes it kind of makes it a lot more easy to digest because they're talking and they're not just doing shit in silence.
Yeah.
But it's just it felt very Yu-Gi-Oh to me, where they move
really.
and then they talk, and then they move and then they talk.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're just trying to. I don't know. I mean, they're just having a game. I mean, would you prefer it with no talking during those scenes?
Yeah.
It's not like I would prefer it to be like quiet or anything. It's just something I noticed. It just like kind of perked up at me. It's like, oh, it's very Yu-Gi-Oh-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, people do talk when they play.
Yeah, I know, but it's like what they were saying. Like didn't add to anything.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think you're trying to grasp at straws for something that's usually already there to begin with. What I mean is like when people play a game of Go, they do usually chat and stuff like that. So I don't know if
but it's not.
I don't know if you can really make that connection with Yu-Gi-Oh because it's a common thing within board games.
Well, no, it's like they chat, but it's a conversation. Whereas this one, they say one line and it could easily not be there. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as entertaining because...
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, but it's just,
Well, how do you know it could easily not be there? Because, I mean, like, when they're... I mean, I don't have the whole movie memorized, but when Glasses guy is talking to Blind Go player, I wish they had names.
Oh, you mean the killer?
Actually, I don't think that's... I think Killer is this guy.
No. The killer is
then who's
the
main
guy at the end.
Then who's the guy that got, dissed to death?
We can't remember. We forget his
name.
I could have sworn that was Killer.
Let me see.
And he did like this to his brother.
Yeah.
The sock thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure his...
Is he Killer? I don't know.
I feel like I've seen that, like that title like come up with his face, but I don't really remember.
I don't know. I could have sworn it was Killer. Say that one thing. Maybe next time, stick to easier names. Or okay, this is the thing. If everyone's Asian in your movie, have them wear different colored shirts.
Well, that's a
for us Koreans.
I know that was
Oh no, I think he was Atari or Adari.
Oh, Atari, yeah. Here's another thing too.
Adari.
Do you think these subtitles were 100% accurate?
They never usually are.
Not really.
Yeah, because I saw Atari and I'm like, that seems like a wrong name.
No. Atari is the Japanese
word
pronunciation
for Go.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not for Go, but it's a move in Go.
Yeah, it's a move in Go.
Oh.
It's called Atari.
Oh.
Atari. But in Korean it's Adari.
Oh, so does now. Okay. Well, Eric, yeah, I mean, like, they're basically having to fight for their life. So they're, like, for Glasses guy is cocky, he's talking shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, it helps with the back and forth. And they're probably giving out plot points and story beats throughout when they're talking. I mean, I don't remember, but like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just like, oh, here's my card I'm going to announce, so then the kid could go out and buy it later. It's not, really, they're not talking that important shit.
It's like you're playing against the game of your life, old man. It's like a lot of like that.
Yeah.
But
Asian cinema is kind of cheesy at times.
It is. But then again, I feel like
that's why it has its own,
Yeah, that's its own character.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, look, if Yu-Gi-Oh was made like that, where your life was death, it would actually make sense if, like, they came out struggling out of the door, like, oh my god, I somehow got hurt from a card game. It would never happen, because if this actually happened, then shit, they got their asses kicked.
Yeah, they, like, stabbed that many times at the end. That was, like, pretty badass, and then he got stabbed a lot. I enjoy that stabbing.
There's a lot of stabbing.
What do you think
That
about
ending stabbing where he just fucking stabs him
Yeah.
multiple times. That was awesome.
That was awesome. What do you think of the acting overall, guys?
Acting, well, it's
acting or action?
Acting.
Acting.
I don't know. You know, I always have a problem. Like,
You're
I don't-
gauging Asian acting.
yeah, I don't know how, like,
How to feel like whether
it's good or not. I don't know, because sometimes it's really over the top. Sometimes it's not.
did the cheater / Psy confuse you the way he just was all over the place with his acting?
No, because
Or-
I think I've seen that before in the few Korean movies I've seen.
That happens a lot.
There's always like kind of like a comedic element.
Would that basically be the token black comedian in most movies?
no,
Like-
probably not. No, because it's fairly common in Korean
I
cinema
know.
in general.
But like everyone talks quietly, and then there's that guy.
Sort of. I don't know if you can really call him the token black guy, because the token black guy, he's not always funny. You know, sometimes token black guys are usually set.
Yeah, token black guy
especially in
isn't-
horror movies as the first to go. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't always mean comedy. It
Yeah.
could mean something as like I remember one of the funny ones to me was Jurassic Park 3. The first guy to die was the black guy. But yeah, that's the problem. It's like, well.
So
well,
how
this
would
one-
you gauge it? How did you?
I don't know. Like, okay, like the girl was like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, not well, both of the
Both girls were kind of
were like
whatever.
well, whatever. They really
They
do
didn't
anything.
have big roles.
They didn't have big roles. Well, yeah, not really. Although they were part of really important to the main end of the story because to help Cheater. But yeah, I don't know. That's always the hard part with me with Asian cinema. I don't know if they're acting well or not
They're acting well by Asian standards.
by Asian standards
yeah.
because I think it's different standards.
Yeah.
There's like
Like,
they feel archetypes, I believe.
That too, but also they put emphasis on sort of, I guess you could say, overacting.
Yeah, I would call it because to us it seems like overacting.
Yeah.
Us Korean Americans.
But a lot of it, is them brooding and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't
like-
really know
like
how
the
much
main
you can
character.
act with brooding. You know.
Yeah.
It's like if, but then again.
Well, I have a question too.
Yeah.
So you've seen these people in other movies. Do they act the same in other movies? Or-
No. Because other movies and other characters have different styles. Or different approaches. So, you know, but if it's a comedic movie, then, you know, obviously they'd overplay it.
Yeah, there's
because
different
it's the style. you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm not really sure how to answer that because it's just...
Yeah, I think I have to watch more Korean movies.
It's just the way that the way that they're used to it, you know. So, well, out of 5, 10, or 100%, or 0 to 100, 100 being the best.
100's the best. Have to think. I wouldn't go below 80 because I thought it was fine.
I think
liked
80
it.
is what my score for it.
80?
I wouldn't go below 80 because I liked it. You know, if Eric's 80, I'm gonna go 85.
Okay. I'll give it a 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was that loose end that he never filled, which is
Yeah,
the guy he met in prison.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's really minor.
He's
but
a ghost.
overall, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think there was a lot of ghosts in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I mean, is it the best Korean movie I ever watched? I don't know. I mean, I've only seen how many have I seen? I saw Old Boy. I saw that monster movie, The Host. I saw this one. What's this one actually called again?
The Divine Move.
Okay, so if you Google it,
Yeah,
you'll find it.
It's the first thing that shows up.
Okay. Because that's a term they use in Go, the Divine Move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. In Japanese, what was it?
It's essentially the divine move, but it's the
Oh.
hand of God.
The Hand of God. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like the female actress at all?
Oh,
Or your-
her name's
She was just there.
She was just there.
Yeah, the movie could have.
I almost felt racist. Like, do I recognize this actress, or do all Korean women just look the same to me?
That happened with the main character because when he fucking shaves his beard. I didn't realize at first.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell.
It's really
right?
hard to tell when he's there with his nephew.
And you call yourself Korean American.
It's hard, dude. It's hard.
Well, that's a script thing, so
Yeah.
it's more for people writing scripts to tag their characters.
But that's the thing. The people going to see these movies, you know, they know who they are.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Because we're not in Korea these days.
Yeah.
We're in America.
Yeah.
So it's just tough. We don't know all the actors all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, who was your favorite, like, character or actor overall, Eric?
I somehow enjoyed the young dude.
Which one?
Which one?
Player.
Oh, player.
Yeah. I like how he went out too.
Oh, the Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, fucking he not failing to solve the puzzle kind of thing.
It's a very good question. Personally, I have I actually like the Captain Hook Carpenter.
Have you seen a lot of movies with him in?
Well, several. Obviously I can't recall the names.
Yeah.
I've seen so many over the years, but I really like his style. So
yeah, he's a very intriguing voice.
Yeah.
I would notice he has a cool voice.
Yeah.
The thing is,
badass voice actor.
The thing is, he's like I said, he's known for his villainous role. So it's a nice change of pace for him to not be a killer this time.
Yeah.
Or a villain. So, what about you?
I like Captain Hook too.
Captain Hook. Okay.
Captain Hook I liked. Main guy was he was okay. I didn't mind him.
Yeah, it could have been anybody.
It could have been really anybody. It was like, how would you say? He was like the guy who was the new RoboCop. Like he did fine, but could have been anyone.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know about that because in the new movie, I actually think that he was probably perfect.
Yeah, fine.
So.
I take that back. I like that guy. I've heard. What's a movie where the main character could have been anyone?
Main character could be anyone.
G.I. Joe movies.
You could say that about pretty much any Michael Bay movie.
Any Michael Bay movie. Yeah, the main character was okay. The girl just didn't really do anything. I think she's Elise.
I think she was there for the purpose of the final part where it's sort of the ultimatum.
Yeah, where there's actually a risk if he loses, or if he beats the guy.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I kind of was bummed out about.
What?
Because I've seen some Korean Taken movies before, and this is very similar, except they just threw Go in there. So I was really enthralled because you had this, Ashton Kutcher, Steve Jobs looking Korean guy.
And I thought, character.
Yeah, the main character.
Well, only at the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he was gonna be like that the entire movie, which will be interesting because it's like this kind of panic, anxiety-ridden nerd.
Yeah.
The entire movie, but then after he shaves his beard, now he's just he's a cool badass, which a lot of people like seeing in the movies. But it just became one of those.
Yeah, it became at first he was maybe he's this dorky, nerdy guy, but then he had to turn to handsome Korean guy at the end.
Kicks a lot of ass.
Yeah, it kicks a lot of ass.
Montage and everything.
Yeah, I think that you're applying American movies and styles to a Korean film.
No, it is.
Well,
because that's something people complain about in American movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Wanted. It was similar to that.
What do you mean?
James McAvoy is just this. Has a lot of anxiety attacks, and then within a training montage, he's now the badass killer that can take out an entire assassin.
You know what I really enjoy?
Yeah, but sometimes you like seeing that.
Yeah, I know it's a guilty pleasure, but I'm saying from a story standpoint, it'd be interesting to see what that character would do if he was still that anxiety.
Oh well, if you want to watch that kind of a movie, you can always watch the Korean Karate Kid.
What's the Korean Karate Kid?
I'm curious now. What is this Korean Karate
Kid?
Really?
The title is called The Art of Fighting.
Is it
I've heard of that before. I can't remember if I've seen it.
Is it the Karate Kid?
It's like a Korean Karate Kid. Yeah.
Yeah, really?
I don't know how else to put it because it's essentially that. I think we did watch it.
Did we?
We might have. It's the one where he's the kid's getting bullied by three guys who aren't in Taekwondo or some shit like that. But he's getting bullied, but then he learns how to fight from this old ass gangster, and then he doesn't actually man up till maybe midpoint of the movie.
I don't think I've seen that. That doesn't ring a bell.
No? Okay, well I'll bring that in next time. And
is IP Man Korean or is that Chinese?
That's Chinese.
That's Chinese. Okay. Yeah. You know what my favorite bit of the movie was, and this factors in with Player, is when Player and Psy are fighting their go fight in the porn van.
Yeah. Oh, in the porn van?
Yeah, because also then you have the two old guys going at each other because that's really who's playing.
Yeah.
I like that whole thing. That was my favorite part.
Oh, really?
The whole concept of that.
Two old guys duking it out, two young
two young Korean guys. And it reminded me of Gundam Fight. I I don't know. Everything's anime.
That's a pretty interesting concept.
I like that part a lot.
Huh.
It sounds interesting when you say it that way.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. And I like the final. Yeah, I guess this movie must be known for the action because the action was really good. Actually,
Yeah,
it was really good choreography and camera work.
Well, I'll make some reserve. I'll reserve judgment.
I like when like everyone's Asian and then you can't tell who's fighting. That's my favorite camera.
Salkin versus Salkin.
That's the only thing. It's like Steve Jobs' Psy should have been. He should have been in white the whole time. And he should have kept his glasses on.
Yeah. At least the black man glasses on.
Still should have had that beard.
Yeah, I like the beard. Because I've never seen a Korean with a beard before.
Oh, well, just watch a bunch of period...
because, that's the class thing. High-ranking class people have beards.
Yeah. What about his brother, who was killed at the beginning? Do you know him?
I don't remember, because I only saw him for a brief period, so
he was barely in it.
Yeah.
He kind of actually turned into his brother... physically, like, because I think he shaved his beard and became a normal Korean dude out in K-Town. God, that's the thing. When are they gonna have movies with Korean guys like us? It's not fair. So what did you think of the fighting and the camera work? Since apparently Ben has reservations about certain.
Well, sir, I mean.
Oh, Eric, how's your bite? Is it good?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, good.
Thanks.
It was okay. I didn't think it was very good anyway.
What part? The fighting?
Sometimes it gets a little excessive, like the tilted camera or.
They use a lot of what is that called? Dutch angles.
Yeah.
They use that a lot. I noticed.
Yeah. Some of that, and then honestly, I like the rotating around the go board. That one was fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes they use a little bit too much of that, the rotating thing.
Yeah,
it almost felt Michael Bay-esque.
Do they do that a lot in Korean films? The rotating?
Not much. I mean, because you got to remember, it's a visual medium. So if you're constantly moving, how are you supposed to take in all the visuals?
But then you get bored if it's not moving, bro.
Yeah,
that's what Michael Bay says. I noticed that there's a lot of like it's not actually because Michael Bay would be like spinning around. It's like over the head spinning.
Yeah.
I noticed that when they're fighting. Also, they did some weird thing where like. They're fighting on the stairway and the camera comes up through the stairway. Yeah. That confused me for a second. What did you think, Eric, as a fellow Korean American?
I mean, I'm not quite Korean yet.
Yeah, you are.
I wear my Korean varsity jacket, but it reminded me similar to those Taken movies like Liam Neeson or whatever.
Revenge flicks.
Yeah, typical revenge.
Yeah, revenge flicks. That's right.
It makes me want to watch that John Wick movie because I heard things about that.
John Wick. How old is that movie?
It's last year.
Oh, was it last year? Okay.
It's with what's the fuck is his name? What's his name? He's in the Matrix. He was the star of the Matrix.
Neo, otherwise
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. There you go. There you fucking go. Yeah. It was interesting to see. It makes me want to play Go. It really does. More than anything, I want to try Go now. Like try on my phone.
I feel like that's what happens a lot with like Asian cinema. It makes you want to try things because they focus a lot on the actual. Like,
it's kind of like how ping pong makes you want to play
ping pong, and then Kaiji made William want to play mahjong, and then I'm curious, Ben.
Oh, he's in a lot of period dramas.
Who?
His older brother.
Oh.
The guy who played his older brother.
What did you think of the villain? No one really talked about him. Glasses.
Like he looked. The only thing that stood out to me, like he looked like a assistant to the main boss. But he was the main boss.
Yeah, he didn't have a main boss look about him, which is fine. That's at least different. He wasn't just like a.
I kind of expected the old Kibitzer guy to be the main boss because I guess he's older and.
Oh, I see. I guess.
Whereas
it was clear from the very start that he was just a side.
I wouldn't say it was that clear because sometimes like I think in Asian cinema like the old guy is usually just like the kind of slap happy thing. He's not always serious like the killer.
Yeah.
I feel like. Killer would be the final boss. It's like Romeo Must Die, where Killer is the final boss, but he's not like the guy running everything.
Yeah.
I thought that's what the old Kibitzer guy was. He's the one running everything, but Killer was his right hand man who went and killed everybody, kind of thing.
Oh, you didn't expect Kibitzer to be working for Killer?
Yeah. I didn't think Killer would be the guy on top.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think too much about that, but. Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know if it was obvious that he's the. Yeah, I guess it was at some point that he was the boss.
True. Maybe it's because he did most of the things, most of the killing and stuff like that. So maybe it just felt that way.
Yeah, because Kibitzer never really.
Yeah, he didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
But I thought he was like, because old bosses don't get their hands dirty; they get someone else to do the job.
Oh yeah, of course. But the thing is, how you get others to do the job. But the thing is, in sort of this Korean mentality is if you're gonna do something yourself rather than relying on somebody else.
Is that an American cinema thing? Because I know, like, the first thing that comes to mind is Romeo Must Die, where Jet Li fights Johnny Cage. But
what?
He's not, the guy at the end,
Wasn't he fight another Asian guy?
No, Jet Li?
Yeah, didn't he fight another Asian guy at the end?
Romeo Must Die? No, it was white guy.
Is Romeo Must Die where where he beats up black guys?
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
he fights a black guy at the end, right?
He wasn't black, he was white.
No.
What?
No, dude, fuck you.
Dude, he's Asian.
Huh?
Wait,
he's half white.
Okay, that's why then.
He's half white.
Is the guy at the end black or white?
He's Asian.
Are you sure?
Was he?
Yes.
He was kind of white, so he's probably hybrid, right?
He's half.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought he was black. I don't know. Look up the last fight scene of Romeo Must Die.
No, I don't need to look at the last fight. I just need to look up.
But yeah, but the
I'm gonna look it up right now. Fuck this.
He fought Johnny Cage, and he finished Johnny Cage off. And the last standoff was against, I guess, his dad, which was just an old man. And that's kind of how I
old Asian guy. No, the guy he actually fought, the one where he's like, "You killed my brother." That guy. Yeah, he's half white, half Asian.
So he was a white guy.
Russell Wong.
Didn't they fight with fire?
Yeah, it was fire all around them.
Let me see. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, we're looking.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on YouTube. No, because I don't remember this movie too well. I mean, I remember when he beats up Anthony Anderson on the stairway. Yeah, you're right. It's a
Why
half.
don't you get this guy some fat free.
Yeah, it's like a half. Yeah, you see, yeah, the guy. Yeah, he's halfy.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, he's a mixed race Korean American, probably.
No, Chinese.
Chinese American. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Then wait, why was he beating up black guys the whole time in that movie?
Because the black side of the movie didn't trust him, and so he had to get past them.
To get to Aaliyah.
I don't know exactly.
Wait, who are we talking about?
We're talking about Romeo Must Die.
Yeah, he fought a bunch of black guys.
Who fought a bunch of black guys?
Jet Li.
Jet Li. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Oh, it's not Jackie Chan.
No, I know that.
Charles is asking, why did he fight all those black guys?
Is it because he wanted to date Aaliyah?
Yeah, sort of.
I think it was a framing job, right?
No. They were like, look, there's a port. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a port, and then like the black guy owned Aaliyah's dad.
Yeah.
Owned half of one side,
and then
Jet Li's dad owned half of the other, and basically it was a territorial dispute. Yeah. Okay, so for some reason, or every time they meet each other, you sort of, because they're at butting heads with each
Romeo
other.
And Juliet, they
they were butting heads because the families were butting heads with each other every time they see each other. It's like he runs into black guys because they want to beat the shit out of him, even though he's just
a bystander.
He's sort of a bystander. He was an outsider. I mean, he escaped China through a prison somehow.
On a basketball with his brother.
Yeah, and then they played football, and then he beat the shit out of the other guys because they were playing football.
Yeah. Well, you enjoyed that scene a little bit too much.
Which scene?
Where Jet Li is beating up the dudes who were playing football.
Oh wait, when he's playing football?
Yeah, because he's like,
I don't know. I haven't seen this movie in years. I don't know what you mean. Like I
like how we're talking about Romeo Must Die now.
No, that's fine.
Well, to be honest, Eric brings up Romeo Must Die a lot. Just like with
I enjoyed that film maybe a little bit too much.
No, I enjoyed that movie a lot too. I just haven't seen it in years. When was the last time you saw it? Since you enjoy it so much.
I want to say it was like mid 2000s, because it was like on TBS or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I watched it at my friend's house.
Yeah, I think I watched it on TV too. I don't think we saw it in that
theater. That movie was like what, 99?
I don't know, when did Aaliyah die?
98 maybe, I think.
Shit, that movie's that old? Yeah, because Jet Li doesn't even work here anymore. Is he in Chinatown? I mean, China?
Chinatown.
Sorry.
The Chinese town?
He's in Chinatown, just, doing
his
his
town in China?
Yeah, it came out in 2000.
Okay. It's a 2000 flick.
Yeah. So...
I mean, what other movies starring Jet Li and Aaliyah do you think what Divine Move reminds you of? Reminds you of, like, for example, let's say if you're a fan of these type of American films, you'd like this movie. Like what? Like Taken and shit? Beverly Hills Cop?
I can't, like, what are some other revenge flicks that come to mind?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Madagascar 2.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yeah, he is. Although, like, one.
But he didn't realize he was out for revenge, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Taken, and then,
There's Kill Bill, there's Django. Basically any Tarantino film.
It felt like Tarantino film, too, at times.
The first movie that comes to mind, probably because it's also Korean, is, like,
Old Boy.
The Man from Nowhere.
Man from Nowhere.
Oh, what's that movie about?
It's just Taken, but Korean.
Oh, okay. Just Korean Taken?
Yeah.
You mention Taken a lot, don't you?
Ooh, Taken's a very go-to film.
Yeah, but that doesn't define the revenge flick thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's the first thing that you go to.
These days...
Well, maybe for you, but I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, Madagascar 3 isn't the only comedy ever made. God.
There's Shrek, too.
Yeah, there's Shrek. And there's...
Yeah, but you never go to that for reference, do you?
Yeah, or Over the Head.
I don't think I've seen Shrek 2.
You ever seen Shrek 2?
You haven't seen Shrek 2? Shrek 2's awesome.
How many
Really?
Shreks have you seen?
I've seen all the ones but Shrek 2.
I've seen every Shrek for some reason.
Because they send you all those films.
Yeah, I think that's the last one on an airplane.
Yeah. Alright, so...
The one with Thumbelina, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Alright.
So is your overall, like, is it your top Korean films? Or no?
It's enjoyable, but it's not my top. It's just interesting.
What's your top Korean film, actually?
Well, I know most people would say probably Old Boy.
That's the most famous for Americans, yeah.
Yeah,
because that's what I would say, because I've barely seen any.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. It's easy for Old Boy to be the top, because I've only seen, like, 3.
The thing is, I would give you a list, but I don't know the titles, because a lot of them I've watched with my dad.
Yeah, see, when my dad and I are watching our Korean films.
They're usually just, playing with the ball.
Well, that's the thing. Me personally, I like this movie was a little too serious at times.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's not
I'm actually surprised you said this movie's serious at times.
No, trust me. Compared to other movies,
there's a lot of brooding with that main character.
Yeah.
Oh,
but like
talking about life and death
my preference for what kind of movies I like in like Korean movies is actually mostly a mixture of comedy and action.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of both. So
what's that that Western they made?
Oh, I was gonna bring it up.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird.
The Weird. It was a take on that title.
Yeah.
But that's like up till because I haven't seen that many Korean movies either. But that is the one that kind of is like, oh man, that's such a cool premise. Like
like if this, I would say, okay, if this was an American movie, like same story, same acting. It would be probably kind of forgettable, except for the fact that it centers around Go.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Because for the most part, it's just like a typical revenge flick. But since it's around Go, I'm like, oh, that's that Go movie we saw.
But the thing is, it's not very recognizable because Go isn't very popular in the West.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And in Korea, how many movies are about Go?
There's how many movies?
Yeah, a lot.
Probably not a lot.
Okay.
Mainly because it's hard to make a movie about Go in the first place. So, I mean, clearly this was, it wasn't really about Go.
It was about revenge for his brother's death.
He just happened to have Go.
You could have replaced Go with a soccer bet.
Yeah, it could have been any other.
It could have been anything. It could have been like his brother was cheating with his wife, or Yu-Gi-Oh for Eric.
Or 21. It kind of I felt like because poker could be a problem.
Yeah, actually,
but nobody. Not like their lives weren't on the line.
That's the thing too. Their lives are on the line here.
But here that's the difference though, because with Go, it's a lot more serious, especially with gambling. Gambling is really popular with Go in Korea.
Were you disappointed that it was kind of that Psy and the two chicks survived? I'm surprised the chick survived because he stabbed them there.
No, she was only stabbed once in the stomach.
Oh, okay.
Because they're only stabbed once. That's why, in the end, you have to stab them multiple times. That's why they're dead.
Yeah, okay. Well, Psy got pretty fucked up, so I'm surprised. And his fingers looked okay.
Like broken fingers, you can fix those, I suppose.
I don't know.
You can fix a stab wound, then you could probably.
Stabbing is just broken bone, and did that and that.
Yeah.
Then he made
What Eric does all the time.
Yeah, but like Eric doesn't have to play Mahjong. I mean, not Mahjong, Korean Go. Is Go called something else?
In
It's
Chinese,
called
it's
Wei
Wei-Qi or
Yeah.
Wei-Qi, and then in Korean is Paduk,
Mm-hmm.
and then in Japan is Ego.
Oh, in America they call it Go.
Yeah, they take the Japanese term for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Japan was obviously the dominating economic power.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
they have the greatest amount of influence.
Mm.
That's why a lot of people say, the Japanese invented Go. It's like, what the fuck does that? No, they didn't.
Oh, who invented it?
Chinese.
Oh, the Chinese did. Okay.
That's why the Prodigy was from China.
She looked. It
Huh?
seems like she was from China. That's the
Yeah,
thing too.
the
The
language.
kid was from China, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that I got that at least because there was a lot of Chinesey sounding
Yeah.
words.
Chinese sounding words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured she was from China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how the fuck did they
In
find her?
recent years, China has been ranked number 1, but for a long time it was Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the top.
we.
Yeah, we.
You want to start now, Charles?
Yeah, I really do want to try it. I'm
You
gonna
want to
try.
try it? I'll bring my board next time, and then
How-
I'll
is it
teach
a-
you how to play.
Is it a big board? Like, does it fit here? Or is it bigger?
No, it's small.
Oh.
I've got the the
full-
size of the.
It's like a Monopoly board almost.
No, well, yeah, sort of.
Monopoly board. Can
Like
be
the
big.
Can
the
be
chess
big.
boards where you flip
Yeah.
it open. Yeah, it's about that size.
Oh, okay. Did you say Candy Crush?
No.
Oh.
But it's you. But question. When's the first time you heard Go?
When's the first time I heard it go?
Yeah.
Back when let me see. It was actually a while ago. This is back in like 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah.
Did
It's
it?
my-
come-
'cause
Did,
my-
did you try to learn it?
Well, I wanted to learn it because the thing is, when my grandfather first moved to the U.S., we got him a
Go board?
no, not a Go board, but it's the Korean pronunciation is changi,
Uh-huh.
or what is it in shogi.
Shogi.
Shogi in Japanese, and then it's like shangki or something in Chinese or something like that. So we play the Korean version, and then I play the Korean version with my grandpa.
Yeah.
And then, but when I saw the other side, my dad told me it was,
The grid?
yeah, the grid. My dad told me it was Padu, and I was like, oh, how do you play that? He's like, oh, it's complicated. It's too. You probably won't get it. And it's like, no, I want to know. And then, but he never really taught me, so I had to find out for myself.
Did you learn about it prior to Hikaru Naruto?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That was long before.
I would think so, yeah.
Is that an
'Cause you said-
anime you're talking about?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that popularized Go in Japan.
In Japan, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, yeah. Surprisingly, that anime actually popularized it in Korea as well.
Oh, did Go come with a version of Windows?
No.
I
that was
think
Reversey.
that was reverse. Okay, that's what I'm confusing it with.
Or Othello, as some people might
Yeah,
call it.
I know. I've heard both. Yeah, okay. So Othello and Go are completely different.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Okay, yeah, because Othello is like trying to get more of your colors in there.
Yeah, territory as well. It's very similar in that respect, but it's like very, very basic.
Okay.
There's like it's not revolved around like crazy war and territories and like that.
How do you essentially you have a 19 by 19 grid, okay?
Yeah.
And then if you and I take turns after every you placing down one at a time, how do you capture territories more than your opponent? That's the basis of the game.
Okay. So really, like to win, you have to basically control more territory than your opponent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But during the game, like in the middle of the game, if you can see that the amount of territory that you have is less than that of your opponent, there's a lot of people who
You're just like they'll just quit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like chess.
They'll surrender
you're
before
you're
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
It's like a total checkmate kind of thing.
Yeah. So.
Are you allowed to smoke indoors in Korea?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if that was.
You could do. That's why you can do it in Cape Town.
Yeah. Well, yeah. K Town, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, does that wrap up the review?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Go's cool.
Okay.
Go and stabbing people is the coolest thing ever.
All right. So I'll bring it in next time. Okay.